quieter. I don't know. Is that just my headset? Might just be my headset.
I don't know.
Either way, put you on that. Ta-da. Okay, I think we are mostly ready. Desert, do you remember, or did you find out what we did last week? Do I need to recap?
Yeah, a recap would be nice.
Okay. Well, I will send out a handout just to make sure you see it. This is a creature you had to fight last week. Uh, it seems to be spawning more of these pink dogs that are explosive. They were able to kill it in about a round and a half before it spawned any extras, and they think they have killed all the dogs in the area. Now, based off where you all currently are on the map, the spawner is the green circle with the red dot. All the others are doorways that have been explored up and down the area. Let's see here. I do believe there is one that Julian currently is in. I think it's this one, because he is in the middle of exploring it. There is another one over here that had some stuff in it that he wants to go back to. And then there is another one that has been unexplored off in the middle of this area. But what is here is a series of
Is
tombs.
the blue dots?
The what?
What is the blue dots again? I didn't
Um,
catch that.
as I was saying, it's a series of tombs. This seems to be an area just filled with tombs.
Oh, okay.
Based off what you all learned last session, the Shapers tend to bury their dead, at least their respected dead, with things that they learned in life in order to change the opinions and philosophies of current practitioners of their art. So these tombs have a lot of writing on the walls and the sarcophagi, and a lot to be learned from. And with that, I think we will just pop in game. He does a bit of a head up to everything. Okay.
Yeah, and I can now turn invisible 3 times a day.
Yes, you can.
Do I get any canisters?
There were only
Only
two
two.
canisters that they found.
That's too bad.
There may be more. I mean, there's still an unexplored crypt over here. They didn't look around for all the crypts. They did find an underground tunnel that led from here north, and came across several tombs along the way through the sarcophagi, or from below the sarcophagi. But they only found 2 canisters from their efforts.
Yeah, we have one more tomb to like fully check out that we know of.
Exactly.
And I think that was the first one we know. Was it the first one we discovered, or
The first one you discovered, I figured out what was in that one. According to my list here, because I went back, I still have another one that I didn't write down from someone else's session. But I have those notes somewhere around me. I have to go looking for them. Either way, the tomb that I didn't remember was alchemy, summoning, magical spells, ranged combat tips. I finally remembered who was buried there, and the canister he got was Dominate Monster. He's able to use it once a day. It has a static DC.
what?
It lasts an hour or until he chooses to stop using
What's
it.
this? What's the static DC?
19.
Okay.
Exactly. It's a pretty good deal.
Okay. That's arguably better than mine.
Well, I mean, you get one creature. You don't get to increase it. And, yeah, you need to be within range to use
No, just
commands.
the action economy is gonna be awesome.
Oh.
Oh. No, that's really cool. No, I love mine. I'm saying that mine's bad. It's just that's a really awesome power.
Also, Desert, something that I've told everyone else, but you may have missed. In my handouts, there are descriptions below the imagery because people have apparently been missing these the whole time. Like all the
Oh
handouts have
yeah,
descriptions.
you can just scroll down.
Yeah. So be unsettled, be creeped out. Hopefully, that was supposed to be the goal from the beginning, and then everyone just kind of carefree. And I'm like, why are you guys like, oh, this is a cute little door with a red tentacle, and are you missing this? Like, there's a description.
I noticed it on day one.
Fair enough.
So I guess, oh, how long does it take? I forget. How long does it take studying a wall to get a skill?
It takes a good portion to finish studying a wall. These are about 10 feet by 15 feet wide sections with cramped writing. You would have to spend at least a couple days looking it over, and that would depend on how quickly you read. I would let you do a linguistics check to see how quickly.
Okay, I guess
But
we'll
it
do a
can be anywhere
linguistics
from
check
like
to
3
see.
to a week or 2 studying.
Okay. Ooh, I do not have linguistics as a skill, so I don't think I can even check
And
it.
I would say that sometimes you need to have some basis to get something out of it.
Okay.
Right? So in other words,
Yeah,
you
probably
wouldn't
not
go
for me, then.
studying a summoning wall without some clue on how to summon.
Oh, I was gonna check the stealth wall to try to get a bonus to stealth. I also don't have it stealth trained, but you can do stealth untrained.
Yes, you can, and you would have some basis on how to do that. There is in that specific one, there was sneak attack, tips and tricks. There was some summoning about mind flaying creatures, or at least something affecting the mind. There is a stealth wall, and then there was a wall about some kind of fire spell. So,
Can you wait? Mind flares?
creatures that affected the mind. I have it like shorthanded as mind flaying because it gives me a picture of what it is. But I say that and realize, you know what? That is gonna give someone else a different image.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's creatures that affect the mind. Think of it that way. Don't think mind flaying. That's my shorthand.
Okay, if I just got it, because like, yeah. So do you want me to do a stealth check to see how fast it would take me to grasp the stealth
linguistics on how quickly you can read through the wall, and then I'll tell you whether or not you get anything out of it.
Okay.
It's kind of a good deal. The bridge is going to take some time to be built.
Yeah.
And then, looking at this wall, you think it would take you about a week and a half to get through it.
A week and a half. Okay. That's too long for the stealth, just to get a +2 to stealth. So, I guess I'll go...
Did I say what the bonus was?
You said last week it was a +2 to stealth.
Did I?
You said last week you said it was a +2 to whatever skill it was for.
I mean, it is, but I didn't know if I told you that's what it was. Okay, well, I guess I did tell you.
Yeah.
All right. Whoops, I didn't mean to give too much meta knowledge there. Each of the walls has a different amount you get, and it's based off that. But for the most part, the basic skill checks are going to be +2. I'll give you that meta knowledge.
Yeah, I assumed the sneak attack one was something different.
Exactly.
But yeah, and whatever the mind flaring one is, that one's interesting. I would love to have a summoner in the group, just so like they can spend like a year here and get a bunch of really good stuff. That'd be fun.
Idea.
Okay, so there are still Shaper graves left unrobbed yet, right?
Yes,
exactly.
There's one that we know of, possibly more.
So also, I guess based off the last session, I will say that you all know there is secrets to be found within them, from rooms to cubby holes to other things.
Okay.
Because apparently these tombs
wanna
are custom
go in there? No, I'm asking Luca if he wants to check it out.
Yeah, I say we go check it out. I got this really sweet I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to waste one of my invisibilities. But I can turn invisible now, and we also got, look at this awesome necklace I got. Makes me healthier, and I got some rings now. Make me stay alive longer.
And just because Julian isn't here right now and wants to just prove a point, hey, make a will save, Desert.
Will save?
Yep.
Ah yes, will save. That's my specialty as a fighter.
Perfect. You feel something try to cloud your mind, and you just kind of like shake it off. And Julian looks over like, look what I could do!
And what do I see? What can he do?
Well, you felt a presence, but that's all you noticed.
Okay, weird. But, all in a day's work of grave robbing,
Exactly!
can't grave rob without a little bit of spooky shit happening.
Okay. It's up to you. So let me try to codify these doors after I put them up there. I have gone around changing a few things around your map to kind of make things nicer.
Yes, I noticed. It looks nice.
Oh, very good. Thank you. The blue with gray are areas you have explored and looted.
Okay.
I did not color them. I might go back and color the ones that have engravings that are worth going to check out.
Okay.
The black ones, the ones with blue and black, are unable to find anything. They have been used as nests. The blue with red was exploded by Luca.
Yeah.
The solid blue is an unopened tomb.
Okay.
And what was the gray? Was there nothing in it? I think it was.
I don't remember.
Hang on. I can go back and look at the names that I put up, and I remember the 5 were together. Here we go. Yeah, no, that was the one that the hillside has collapsed upon. So if you want to excavate it entirely, taking quite a while, you could do it.
Would it be strength checks, or how fast to excavate?
It would take actual tools and people and equipment.
Got it. Okay, understood.
This is a full expedition.
I can't just punch my way through.
No, I'm sorry. You can't punch everything.
I can try.
You can.
I can. I say we go
I
here
will allow you to fist to the
and
North Star your way through the walls. But then there would be no walls.
that's okay. I can do it the same thing back out after it collapses on me.
Okay.
Can I have a burrow speed, please? Can I just punch my way through land?
Okay. Through use of punching, you get a 5-foot burrow speed.
Are you being serious? Because I'm gonna write.
No, I'm not giving you that.
Okay.
All right, back to what I saw. Someone put a circle, but I didn't see where it came from. So the
Yeah.
the
Gonna investigate
blue door.
Blue door, yeah.
Okay, let me just go ahead. And I have control of it. It is locked when you get there.
Okay. What type of locking mechanism?
You aren't sure. You don't see a lock you could pick, but it is quite sturdily shut. You can't pull it, you can't push it.
Was there any other openings in the tunnel system that led towards this area?
The tunnel system moved mostly north. It wasn't quite a straight line, but it was darn close.
Yeah.
And then there also was a little bit to the south, but it was blocked off for some reason. Looked like something had collapsed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing heading this direction.
No.
Okay. Is there hinges on the door, or is there no hinges?
The wooden
Like
door
all the doors have
is
been.
banded in iron in places, and you do not see hinges.
Were the other ones hinged or no?
No. At least
They were
you saw no
just like.
evidence of hinges.
Did they open inner or out? Is what I'm trying to get at.
They opened in.
They opened in. Cool.
Yes.
I punched the door.
I don't know how I didn't expect this. Actually, I did, but I didn't expect it that quickly. Give me that attack roll.
It worked before.
Yes, and yes. I believe it's a 15 like hardness. Either way, you bust the door open. Pieces of like iron and wood just go flying in, and kind of
amazing
smash around the place.
Nice, good.
There is a single sarcophagus, and can I get back to you on the walls because I want to make sure these are the same for everyone.
Okay.
I was about to go figure out what those were, but I ran out of time today because things happened. All right, I have these notes somewhere. I'll keep looking while we play, and if I find them, that'll be fine. I really need to like put all the group's notes on various pages and just markate them the same. You know, like if I'm working on one area and all three groups have gone to that area, just mark what each group did. Instead of like have different notes for each group.
Understood.
Oh.
That's how it be sometimes.
It's so painful because I'm like, I know it's here somewhere. I don't see it. Nope, I don't see that one. All right, but there is the sarcophagus. It should be a 15 by 15, 25-foot room.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
I'm going to walk around the room and look for any hidden cubbies, like in the rooms that were in the past.
Perception?
Okay. Nice.
You find one.
Okay, I'm gonna open the cubby.
You find what seems to be a rather old blade.
Okay. What size?
Looks to be the remains of a short sword. It is not currently intact.
Okay. Broken short sword.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any inscriptions around the tomb? Can we identify whose tomb these belongs to?
As I just said, this tomb is already set up, but I don't have my notes on it. That's what I'm missing. So if you don't mind waiting for those, as just like, oh, Julian will be interested as this, we'll come back.
One question,
though.
Were any of them involved with punching things or natural attacks?
There is one that is hand-to-hand, but I don't know if it's in this tomb or if it's in one of the other secret rooms in another tomb.
Got it. Okay.
I don't want to tell you that it is.
I won't use that meta knowledge. I will do my best to not use that meta knowledge. That's okay. Marcus, do you want this broken short sword?
Well, yeah, I guess I'll keep it until I find some way to repair it.
Yeah, it might be useful for some other thing in these tombs.
Yeah, it might be a key, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
And with your perception check, you keep looking around for a cubby, and you find a sectional wall that just doesn't feel right.
Okay.
But it's not a cubby. You're not sure what's wrong with it.
Okay. I guess I'll look for any hidden switch or button.
Got that new perception check?
You want another perception check?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, there we go. I need that 25. You do find a secret door.
Okay. I open it.
It pulls out from the wall, and you see a staircase leading down.
Oh.
It
Okay.
spirals down into the darkness. And I only ask, how do you see?
I don't have a torch. Do I smell sulfur?
No you don't.
Hey Marcus, I'm gonna walk out, and you should walk down there with a torch for like 20 feet.
Nah, alright, sure.
Cause I took that L last time, so.
Okay,
Alright,
he
yeah,
blew up
it's...
a tomb last time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I haven't done is I haven't made this as an explored tomb yet, so here we go. So he goes down the staircase about 20 feet. It keeps going, and he wonders if he should turn back to get you or not.
I'm gonna shout out to Luca. Hey, there's nothing here. Come down.
Make a
Okay.
perception check from
Come
Luca to see
down.
if you hear it.
Okay.
You hear something? Could be a
Well,
plea for help.
it wasn't.
Could
It
just
wasn't
be
an
him screaming in
explosion,
death.
so. Well, I will walk in because I didn't hear an explosion.
There.
While I'm holding the torch on one hand, I'm gonna whip out my short sword on the other.
Okay. Proceed down the staircase.
Yep.
Hell
I'll catch
yeah.
up with him and we'll walk down.
So, continuing down the staircase, it takes a while as it keeps circling around and around and around. Finally, it opens up into a rather large room. And again, I don't have the measurements, but I have the description. But I never put the measurements in because that's what it gave them. It is longer than it is wide. There are columns all around the room, about every 15 feet. These walls are expansive. There is one that has various imagery of different kinds of creatures and places and things. There are benches, or, well, the remains of benches in between these pillars. And as you enter the room, a torch lights up, like a, what is the word? Brazier? Yeah. Lights up like a sconce to the left and to the right of the staircase. And these sconces keep lighting up every 15, 20 feet away, going all the way around the circumference of the room. And then they also proceed to go up the wall a little ways. It's a very tall room.
Okay.
And there is even markings on the floor depicting some kind of summoning ritual. But you're not sure what it is or what it means.
Okay, it's not in Shaper? There's nothing written in Shaper?
It is in some language, but you are not clear what it is. Like, there are some words of Shaper, but the rest of it is not Shaper.
Okay. Just so I make sure I'm correct on this, there's a big, tall room with, like, pillars and benches, and there's, like, a summoning circle? Or...
Possibly.
Okay.
As far as... Since you guys have seen this, I will immediately re-show this handout. Because some of the letters...
to that.
Some of the letters are very similar to what was around this cistern.
Dang it, this is all Julian stuff. All stuff Julian likes.
Can I at least try a linguistic check to see, to get the gist of what's all these are about?
The walls, or are you talking about like the meaning on the floor?
The inscription, the writing, and all that stuff on the walls.
For the walls, you see at least one wall dedicated to history. There's another one that seems to be about summoning, and it is not just about any summoning at all. There are like multiple different pictures of creatures and things. If you would like to give me a perception check on trying to see all the various imagery that are going up the wall, I mean, it would take you weeks to go through one wall. That's how large these are.
Oh. Hmm.
But if you want to like just glance around and see if there's anything particular interesting nearby,
Yeah,
like
that's what
those
I'm gonna go for.
images.
Yeah.
Okay. I just got a message that you had something. So is that the latest perception check from you, Luca?
Yeah, the 25
Okay.
is my newest one. That one's for just like looking for stuff that's interesting in the room.
The first thing you notice, kind of glancing at the wall, especially the summoning wall, is there is an image of a Fiora, one of those like fire-breathing lizards. It seems to be in a little like crystalline womb and curled up in on itself, almost in a fetal position. So you suspect this is some type of summoning for that.
Okay.
You see a few more creatures that are curled up like that, but you don't recognize them. Others talk about controlling creatures like these, and specifically tips on some of the more powerful mind-altering creatures.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so other than that, is there anything else? Yeah, I'm just gonna say, is there any loot in this room? Anything interesting we can
Don't
nick
see
off?
any.
All right. Let's. I can do some knowledge checks, but since Julian is our brains guy, I think we should just leave this place and mark it for.
Yeah, I marked on the map
exploration.
for a J for Julian to come back here.
Okay. Before you leave, you sure you don't want to like glance any more around that summoning wall? See what other creations might exist here?
Yeah, I mean, I'll spend maybe like 20 minutes just looking over the wall, looking for anything that catches my eye.
Well, if you take 20 minutes, I actually want to give you more than just the 2 that Group 2 saw.
Yeah, because this is I mean, like Luca finds this place really interesting, so he would spend a good amount of time looking at different like stuff that could possibly encounter.
Imagery on a couple different creations that kind of freak you out a little bit based off of what you know. So there's one that looks almost like an ogre, maybe a precursor to them of some kind, rather like burly and large. It talks nearby about it being a fighter of some type, usually in hand-to-hand or with very primitive weaponry.
Okay.
But they were mostly used for carrying things around if there was nothing to fight. So big and burly kind of things. There's another one that seems to be an orb with several tentacles off the side. Each of the tentacles and the orb itself has an eye. And it seems to be called a gazer. Oh, I did forget to name that the ogre-like thing was called a thad.
Okay.
And then there is one, yes, it's actually T-H, I can type, that's the thing, T-H-A-D-H.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, pretty close. The last one looks almost skeletal. It is drawn in comparison, well, carved in comparison to a human, possibly, or at least a shaper, who is roughly human size. And that creature is skeletal. Almost. It is clearly that there is some kind of skin covering it, but it is so wiry and large. This thing has to be about 30 to 40 feet in comparison to the human. And these were construction people. able to lift massive loads despite what they looked like, and then they would engage in fights that the Shapers would kind of go around or dodge and hope they don't get killed by it.